Hey, welcome back to the blog. I'm Callie King from CRK Training, and I'm here today with Molly to talk to you a little bit about riding bareback and how ditching your saddle can make you a much better rider. So, I have always loved to ride bareback. As a kid, I started out, when I got my first horse, I didn't even own a saddle, so I just rode bareback all the time. And it was about 6 months before I finally got a saddle. And then when I tried using it the first few times, I absolutely hated it. I thought that it felt like the most foreign, horrible thing underneath me ever. So I think that actually had a lot to do with training myself really early on to kind of have good balance and everything else that it takes for riding. So I just want to show you why bareback is so good, and just some simple exercises that you can do to kind of start doing it with your horse. Now, my one word of caution is they have done studies that riding bareback does put some unnecessary pressure on the horse's back. So that's part of what our saddles are designed for, is they distribute our weight along the muscles along the horse's spine, so that we're not sitting, concentrated on one place and sitting on their backbone. So just, be a little bit careful. Start out with really slow rides. Pay attention to your horse if he seems irritated, and don't do too much all at once, because I've seen horses that have gotten really back sore from someone pulls them out and does an hour-long bareback ride on them, and the horse isn't too comfortable afterwards. But with doing some bareback, it can really help your riding and get you a lot better feel of the horse. So we'll go into the benefits a little bit before I show you the exercises. And what I just mentioned is the number one. It gets you a much better feel of the horse. So obviously, when you don't have a saddle on, you can just kind of feel the horse's muscles a lot better. So you can feel the horse moving under you. You can get used to feeling, where the right shoulder is, where the left hip is, as the horse is stepping under himself. That stuff is a lot easier to be able to feel in your seat when you don't have a saddle there. And actually, I should go into quick what I'm using here is this is a bareback pad by Best Friend. There's a lot of different bareback pads on the market. There's some higher end ones that definitely are really, really nice. I've found that if you're just gonna hop on bareback now and then, this is a good pad to have. It has a neoprene on the bottom. It's got like a suede stuff that gives you a little extra grip and keeps you dry. And provides just a tiny bit of extra cushion for the horse, and an extra cushion for your butt too, especially if you have a spiny horse. So the other thing that I love about riding bareback is that it tends to actually kind of put you in a little bit more of the correct position. So what I mean by that, it's not like you're going to have perfect equitation bareback, but it tends to get your back flatter and get you sitting deeper. So if you're used to riding a little bit more perched, that you're kind of up like here, this is going to get you a little more relaxed and really sitting on your horse. And without stirrups, it's really hard to hold yourself out of the saddle like a lot of riders do. Instead of really being able to sit and feel what the horse is doing, they kind of just perch above the horse. And again, without having the extra bulkiness of the saddle and the stirrups to balance with, riding bareback really makes you balance a lot more. It makes you work on being able to find your balance if you get a little bit, cocked to one side, without relying on your stirrups to push yourself around, or without having all that saddle there that you could just grab and, pull yourself back in place. So if you've just started, you want to get on your horse, make sure that he seems comfortable with you bareback. If a horse has never been ridden bareback, sometimes they will be a little funny about it because it feels a lot different to them. So just be cautious as you're getting on the first time. And then just start by walking around. And you want to just leave your legs relaxed. So don't try to, hold your feet up like this or anything, like you had stirrups. Just let your legs relax, and relax all the way down, so that you're just working on feeling the horse through your seat and through your hips. And even for, correct and good riding with a saddle, this is how you should ride, that your legs are just loose and you're riding more from your seat. Now you can practice asking your horse to stop by just tightening up. They can feel it a lot better without the saddle there. You can practice steering, seeing how little you can use your reins, again, by just twisting, and you can really feel kind of how your movement, how your hips kind of interact with the horse's movement and with the horse's back without the saddle there. And again, as you're doing it, to have good balance and to be able to feel comfortable bareback, you have to stay relaxed. So if you try to grip the horse with your legs, you're probably going to lose your balance pretty quickly. So you have to just let your legs stay totally relaxed and just get your balance from your seat. If something happens, like as we pick up the trot here, if you lose your balance a little bit and you start to kind of go to one side, you want to be able to just kind of get yourself back and relax again. So relaxing is the key to balance. The more you get stiff, the more you're going to bounce all over the place. Okay, so when you first pick up a trot, you're just going to do a sitting trot. And I think we covered this in an earlier blog video. But you're just going to sit nice and deep and let everything move with the horse. Again, everything's from your hip, so I'm not gripping it all with my legs right now. I'm just balanced in my seat. And if you're a little bit more advanced, you might have fun practicing some of your moves like your leg yields and stuff without your saddle in the way. Again, you kind of have a much closer contact with your leg to the horse when you don't have all that leather there. So it can kind of be fun to practice that and work on that kind of stuff without a saddle. All right. Well, this is basically it. There's not much science to riding bareback. It's just get on, relax, feel the horse under you, and have fun. Like I said, I think you'll notice that, if you start riding bareback now and then, your balance is going to get better. You're probably going to get more confident in the saddle, and also you're going to get a lot better at feeling the horse, which is really critical once you start doing any kind of more advanced riding, that you've got to feel where the horse's legs are in order to ask for like a leg yield or a flying lead change or anything like that. So ditch the saddle, hop on bareback, and in the comments, let us know how it goes. Does your horse like it? Does it, how was it the first time? Did it feel really different? Or a lot of us that have been riding for a while, like my story, we rode bareback as kids. So, do you have any stories of when you were a kid riding bareback, just having fun out in the fields? And we'd love to hear them, so share them in the comments, and we'll see you back here next week.